Alright, we are back here with another movie review. This time, 28 days later. Oh, there we go. Wait, yep, there we go. There we go. Perfect. I've had this movie collection for quite a bit. I think this one is quite rare. I remember seeing like this set is, or at least it was rare. With the new film coming out, I feel like there's going to be a reprinting. Yeah, and a new set. Gotta be right, you gotta be. I feel like for quite a while this was quite a rare set. Like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get the Blu-ray set." Even though this movie doesn't quite benefit from Blu-ray. So, like one of the early, or the first film, which film, or at least one of the earliest with digital cameras, and it does a little bit suffer for it. Here's the only first and probably only criticism of the film. It does look a little TV. Like it just does. It's not as crisp. It's not as crisp. It does not. It's not taking advantage of HD. Let's put it that way. Except for the ending, which I'm not going to go into it, but it was reshot. Well, I will go into it, but not right now. It was reshot, and it was shot on film, and it does look a lot better. So, yeah. Anyway, 28 days later. Like, I feel like everyone loves this film, right? I feel like it's universally loved. It is a brilliant film. I love 28 Days. Before I even watched like any horror, maybe I watched a couple. 28 Days Later, it's the one that's just I always come back to and just go, nah, this is my favorite. It is quite possibly my favorite horror film. I feel like I watched it quite early on. Yeah, it's 2002, so it came out when I was, what, 13? I probably watched it a few years later. And I've still loved it, even though, like, it's only recent that I started liking and doing these, like, horror things and, yeah, doing these horror reviews and commentary and stuff. I'm watching all kinds of horror, whereas before I'd never seen a lot of stuff. This one, it's kind of my first love in terms of horror. Don't forget your first love. Anyway, it's like, wish I could. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, not this film. This film. Ooh. I mean, yeah, your two leads, Cillian Murphy. Yeah, come on, everyone knows him now. Naomi Harris, who's also awesome. Your main villain. Spoilers. Christopher Eccleston. Gleason's also in this. It's just everyone's great. Everyone's great in the film. I love it. I'm trying to think. Was this the first like fast zombie film? Check. What was the first fast zombie film? Because Nightmare City is the first fast zombie. Okay, I've not seen that one. That might be one I have to check out. I'm very curious because I definitely feel like it popularized fast zombies. I feel like after this, yeah, a lot of zombies, they were like, no, but they're fast now. fast now. This is where zombies are. Yeah, I feel like the Walking Dead TV show maybe helped to pull it back a little bit to like, no. Slow zombies. Zombieland as well. I feel like that kind of, those are the ones that kind of pulled it back a little bit, like, no, we can still do slow zombies. Actually, no, Zombieland was fast zombies, wasn't it? Yeah. Why I said Zombieland? I've just got it on the brain. But definitely The Walking Dead, I feel like that kind of pulled it back a little bit. It was like, oh no. Slow zombies. They work. They're good. Don't discount slow zombies. Yeah. Come on. No, it's that, but it does. And actually, speaking of Walking Dead, the opening definitely feels let's say very similar. And I think the comic book came out around the same time as this movie, like maybe a little bit later. This movie is 2002, and yeah, the comic book started in 2003. You're just like, okay, it's a year later. You're just like, I mean, there's definitely some parallels there. You're just like, that's a little bit like, yeah, just don't change my work so much. Yeah, could have had the idea beforehand. I don't know. And I'm sure someone else has already gone into like what, the opening to this, but yeah, you do have your main character who's been in hospital for how long? Actually, how long is Rick Grimes in the hospital before it start? He's been in a coma. Let's not specify. At least not on here. I'm sure it does specify somewhere else. Let me look at Rick Grimes. Double check. I'm curious to see how long he was in a... Yeah, sometime later. Okay. Again, it doesn't specify, so it looks like just says sometime later. But obviously we know, this one it's 28 days later. See, it does take him a while to get around. And it is a bit odd that there's no zombies about, let's be honest. It's a hospital. Where do the zombies go? We're a hospital. Well, I mean, they don't go to hospital, they show up in the hospital because, all the dead people go to... All the injured people go to the hospital. But, maybe they moved on. Kind of hordes and stuff. We do meet our first people, and... Oh... The first scene where you see... you see our two main leads. But the first scene... Let's be honest, the first scene where they're in his house... Main character's name. Main character's name is... Jim. First time we see Jim's parents' house. And the way that Selena just goes to town on her friend. Fuck. This girl means business. You're just like, shit. Fucking hell. So fucking brutal. Damn. This guy's a badass. Then we get them to meet up with a kind of other two main leads. I guess the girl's more the lead, but hey, it doesn't matter. They're in the movie for most of the bit. Until they're not. Well, until one of them's not. Yeah. And then because they're basically trekking off to the army base, which apparently is shot very kind of local to me. Which I might want to check out that place at some point, since it is so local. check it out. I don't know. I might do. Yeah. And then, oh, everything that goes on that army base. Again, just, it's so good. So good. Honestly, I just love this movie. It is, like I said, it is my first love of horror. It might not be the first horror film I've seen, but it's my first love of just horror. I just like, I think it is one of the best horror films. Yeah, bite me, I think it's one of the best. I kind of grew up on it because, like I said, I was like 13 when this film came out. I might also have nostalgia glasses on. Yeah, it is what it is. Go watch this film. Just watch this film. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, like I said, I love this film so much. Do we have commentary on here? We do. Might watch that with commentary. Yeah. But it is, like I said, it is one of my personal favorite, like, and also not just horror, like one of my favorite, like, personal films. Like, I do love it so much. If you haven't, watch it. If you have, watch it again, because I love it, and I'm looking forward to the new ones. But before we get to that, before we get to those, you need to watch 28 Weeks Later. So, I'm going to say live long and prosper, and I'll see you next time for the review of 28 Weeks Later. Bye for now.